Hello and welcome to the 2021 Idlewild Open. If you haven't brewed up a cup of that Follow Flight fuel yet, grab your JomezPro mug, get that stuff going, because we have got back nine of round one of the 2021 Idlewild Open. BigBarri commentary, Jeremy Koling, Ulibarri.
Pretty hot scores from Kevin and Dickerson. I mean, nothing too bad from Eric, Oakley, or Calvin. The back nine's a bit tougher than the front sometimes, but I feel like this whole course is so scoreable. Short par fours to be had everywhere, gettable par fives, eagles and galore, but you have to hit your gaps starting off with probably the toughest par three on the course.
I feel like the back nine has a little more opportunity for score, but it doesn't start until hole 11, because hole 10 is a bruiser of a par three, 368 feet, 20 feet up in elevation, making it play over 400 feet, super narrow gap the whole way up the hill. You very rarely ever see anyone park this hole.
I feel like, not to contradict you, I feel like there's one person per card that like gets to circle one. Or edge, you know?
Yeah, bottom of the hill. Just get it all the way racing up the hill. That's the thing
ridiculous.
That you hardly ever see that.
There's just no height for it.
Go.
Calvin is one guy I would put my money on to be that player on the card. This time, not quite hitting his line yet this round. He's just a little bit off.
2 under stable. Decent kick. I mean, once you get that first gap and you complete that mission,
Fine.
yeah, you're feeling good.
This is very important to get your par.
Dang it.
Eric Oakley, folks. He's a treasure.
Back to back?
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
If you didn't watch the front nine and you just join us for the back nine, stop what you're doing.
I'm glad he didn't make that because he would have just been pissed. Dang it. Ugh.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything if you didn't watch the front nine. Just go back and watch
This
it.
is the back nine. If they're watching this, they better watch the front, and it's not on us.
I just want to give them a little PSA. You know, there's something cool that happens on the front nine.
Dickerson aces hole 9. Go check it out.
Yeah. Yep.
Come on. Oh.
That would be Calvin. Calvin would do that. He tried to do it. So it looks like we're going to have a group of pars, which is just fine. It's just fine. Either that camera's tilted or that basket's leaning. I don't know which one's which, but I'm feeling a little dizzy. Hole 11, par 3, 242 feet. What do you have to do here, Paul?
You have to hit this gap. If you hit this gap, you got to not have speed going into this little, what would you call that?
Little trench? The
wall.
The wall.
Don't hit the wall because you can roll backwards. If you land up top and you have a little speed, you can go deep. So a lot of people kind of just play it into the ground to the right.
Into the ground.
Or, I mean, that's good.
Come on, dude, get it.
But he's got, 25 feet of just pure death, which is no problem for Chris. But normal people, that's scary.
Yeah, you don't want to set up a bunch of those putts. You can set up. Oh, wow, Calvin, look at this hyzer route. Pretty wide open, man.
Yeah, boy.
Have you ever seen that before?
I'm confused. It looked like he shanked it, but he meant to shank it perfectly through the gap.
Accidental shanks? No, that was
that was purpose.
Of course it was. Yeah, it was
cool.
Very cool. I didn't even know that route existed. And what is going on?
Okay, so my breakdown now is broken.
It's literally a breakdown. It's broken.
Yeah, this is terrible. I mean, I'm happy for them all.
Wow,
But
Kevin.
that's crazy. Okay, traditional shot. To the bottom, to the right, little drift.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's,
Okay.
and a little bit of good luck. That's exactly how you play it. Essentially, we saw 4 shots that were executed exactly the way they wanted to.
Yeah, I've just seen a lot of people like land short of the wall, kind of into it because it makes the gap bigger, and you slide up and have a kind of a tap in.
Kevin just in the circle. This dude is
Super
not
tough.
concerned by anything right now. He's
Yeah,
making
boy.
big putts, going over the top on short straight shots.
Calm, cool, and collecting birdies. That man.
Hey, bud.
And we are going to get that first star frame here on Idlewild.
Eric's caddy back there.
Yeah, in the all white. Gotta love that Masters outfit. Classic. Hole 12. This is a fun hole. This is a challenging tee shot. You have to be so touchy, yet it requires control and a little bit of power to put it in the ideal landing zone. With the forehand, maybe the inside backhand turnover. From there, you're going to want to throw a backhand hyzer that gets around this corner and skips down the hill to the left. If you get a little bit long, maybe a little bit too far right, that slope really comes in play and the disc can make its way all the way down the hill.
One thing to note is there's always a backup here. So these guys have been waiting a long time, and then you have to throw this kind of touchy shot around the corner. Again, Chris confusing me with the backhand turnover.
And it's
Oh my gosh. I thought his disc, rewind that, was the moth or the butterfly bouncing in between the trees. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on here?
I missed that. I'm going to
Oh
have
my goodness.
to go back and watch that.
Please do.
Calvin, just like Chris, coming up a little bit early and inside and missing that route. Kevin going to go with a more traditional forehand route, getting around the edge, and look at this skip.
He just needs to sit.
Oh, that's a great reaction. That can easily stand up and just roll into the woods and he have nothing, but now he's in a great spot. A1.
I like that. Go, baby, go. Whee!
It's a bit wide.
Thank you.
Oh, no, look at that thing roll.
Oh no.
Oh, no, look at that thing roll.
Yeah, that was
okay.
bad. He's going to be pinched behind that tree.
Eric is the biggest cheerleader for Eric Oakley is Eric Oakley. I mean, we love Eric Oakley.
And he's a cheerleader for, it seems like, everybody.
Yes, of course. It's not supposed to be a dig on Eric. I mean, we love his personality.
A lot of sidearm rollers here.
Yeah, even from like in the middle of the fairway, forehand roller really sets up well for a good second shot.
Yeah, and Eric went a little early, right? He's going to have to either do patent pending, because I feel like he was right behind that, behind that tree, but in front of the tree from the tee pad.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I never know if you say it's
Look at this.
You're so good.
Yeah. Eric called that perfect. Oh my gosh.
You're so good.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Seriously.
That's the best shot of, oh man, we saw an ace. That's Chris's second best shot of the round. That's incredible because that's, yep.
Okay.
Flip.
And this is going to make its
I'll do
way
something. That's
down the hill.
Like he said, easy par though,
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. If it curled fast, it could be. I ain't mad at it.
Oh, this guy just.
Oh, look at this. What's up? I'm just going to go look up there. This guy's breaking the game. I mean,
Bump from there.
the result wasn't perfect, but I mean, the guy's looking for opportunities to go over the top of the trees every time he can.
I mean, that's not bad. That's circle 2.
Good play, bud.
And there's only one person in circle 1. He threw the second best shot of the group. I guess it's a win.
Yeah, I mean, the score is going to be fine. Again.
Yeah, his score's really fine. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Like, whew, looking good.
I mean,
What your name is.
can he make another one? Oh, wow.
Dang, man. Good bid.
Open look. Almost walking through the door there and taking another birdie from the course. Chris is able to do that, though. Hole 13. Why? Right through the wide gap here. Par 4, 472 feet. Very tight off the tee. If it weren't for the wide tree, it'd still be tight, but that tree keeps you very honest. It's an eagleable par 4. If a backhand drive gets through here and gets through all these trees, you can set yourself up for a putt from circle 2, maybe even circle 1's edge.
Yeah, I think if that wide tree was gone and there was no OB, it'd be par 3. But these guys, I feel like these guys are going to make this hole look really simple with that gap. And that gap is very tiny. And right below it, if you hit them, it just filters straight out of bounds.
Yeah, the one thing I didn't mention is if you go out of bounds, it is, I mean, doomsday. You could take a 5 or 6. It can be a very devastating hole. Calvin just lacy.
Have you been getting a look with the sidearm flip up?
Never really like a look. I've never been in like where these guys are with their range, but for me, the 3 in this hole feels so important to get, and getting through the gap really, it gives you a great chance at it. These trees that collect at the end of the fairway really aren't that tight, so if you get safe, you should have a pretty good chance to get to that tight green.
Clean. Oh, yeah.
Eric, with the height, he might be loving this. Oh, and a little smackdown.
He's still loving it.
Sure.
I mean, pulled it a little bit. That can easily go left. That creek gets pretty, on the short side, gets pretty, on the short side.
You got it. Nailed it.
Is pretty short on that side.
The short side is short on that side.
Hey, you did it too. Thank you.
Kevin with a green light go run for eagle, just coming up a bit right. Behind that green area is safe, but there is a line, a white line that's on the left side or the short side of the wall and the long side of the wall that goes up the hill that marks the OB. So you have to get across the creek, but as long as you're behind the basket, you're safe.
Calvin hasn't rang one up from deep in a while, and it's not going to be on this hole. But they'll all take some birds. Which means what?
It means that the only eagle in the field belongs to Casey White. What else does it mean?
It means we're going to donate some money to charity.
Oh, yeah, of course. Edge program is going to get
Monies.
some monies.
One red mark on this group.
One meal from
really
us.
sick.
One meal from us. Hole 14, par 4. And as this drone's flying through the gap, just appreciate how tight this can be and how devastating an early kick can be. 556 feet. You have to get around this corner and just start working your way down the hill to really have any shot at the birdie 3. Once you get down here, though, there's a couple of things that keep you honest. If you aren't in position, these trees that are right there by the edge of that snaking OB creek can drop you down in a heartbeat into OB zone, which is still 40 feet from the basket.
20 skips.
And by that skip going left, Chris is
Taking out a chair.
Yeah, it's going to be decision time. I don't think you're going to want to try to go for the green.
It's interesting. A lot of holes out here. Look at this pure. This is such a tough tee shot to hit that gap. Like where Calvin ended up, you're like, okay, deal. Because you know you can get to the bottom of the hill, take par. Minimum, and maybe have a route. But it's not a big gap, and these guys are just lacing it.
3 for 3 for making the gap. Chris, not the result that he wants, but
still make the. I mean, that takes bogey pretty much out unless you decide to go running after that out of bounds line.
Yeah, if you try to get aggressive for the birdie, then obviously you do bring bogey back into play.
No way, Eric. Dang it, man. Speed.
Looked right down the middle, but drifting a little bit left. Eric going for the flip up. Calvin going with a flex shot. That was a really nice tee shot.
Yeah, and I was going to say that the designer of this course, it seems like all these short par 4s have a little creek right in front of it. And so, like, you have the opportunity to lay up short, and then you'll have around a 60 to 40 footer, it seems like, on all the tough par 4s, tough par 5s.
Eric has avoided any bogeys thus far in the round. 6 under through 13 holes, but he's going to get his first bogey here, and that's
that's a putt though. He does.
Chris is OB.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he's still going to be inside 50 feet.
Oh, yes, I see what you're saying.
Oh my lord.
And a bogey just turned into a double for Eric. Troubles
There's no way I can account for that.
are amounting. Let's see the.
I mean, he
Awkward
gets up.
stance.
He's going to just get up and down from there for sure.
Yes.
Like, single bogey.
You're probably right. I just miscounted. Oh no, Calvin.
There is that one tree you got to miss.
Yep, and that's the one I was mentioning earlier. And his group's going to have to decide whether or not that tree is literally right on the OB line. In fact, the base of the tree has paint on it. So they're going to have to decide whether or not that crossed. And that can make the difference of 10 to 15 feet. Chris is going to be taking a bogey here, and it looks like Calvin's lie. What side of the creek is he on? Oh, he's on the bridge. So the bridge is considered technically safe. So you can stand on the bridge. As I think all the bridges are here at Idlewild.
Really?
So that was indeed a double bogey for Eric.
Good stuff, dude.
And Kevin taking the lone birdie on the card. And there's going to be bogey scores for the rest of the group.
That's what happens out here at Idlewild, man.
I guess Eric was just whacking him in there.
Yeah, he just early tree kick out, didn't quite get out. Then he got out, and then he needed to get up and down for the bogey, hit the tree, got across, double bogey. Hole 15, par 4, 487. Another short par 4. This time there's no OB creek in front of the basket. Instead, you just have an uphill slope the entire way and very tight wood line that shapes the fairway all the way up. Any tree kicks here, and you will not have a look for the birdie. You have to keep it in the middle off the tee.
I like how they trolled Kevin and they put that sign there that's the Kevin Jones tree.
I heard about that. I didn't see that, but I did hear that they had a tree or a label on one of these trees out there, because I guess Kevin has had some issues on this hole in the past.
Yeah, he would throw the sidearm into that tree like every time.
So he's changed up his play a little bit, and a little haha back at you, course.
Get off it. Yeah, boy. Let's go, Chris. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a sidearm out here.
Chris fillets it. Calvin fillets it.
Oh, that
Wow,
is
dude.
super fillet. Yeah, if you get past basically that gravelly dirt area in the middle of the fairway signifies like a great tee shot. If you get past that,
Back, baby.
you are loving it.
Find your fairway.
And that's
Oh,
kind of
no.
I think
pretty. That's pretty good.
he's going to like that when he gets
Yeah.
up there. That's going to set up really nice for Eric's forehand.
Yeah, like Calvin's was like filet mignon. And
What's this dude doing? He's just
he just keeps ending up in the bushes, though.
is that grenade count 4 this round?
I think it is. But what I was going to say is Calvin's drive was filet mignon and Oakley's was Chick-fil-A. So that's the difference. It'll do. And it's yummy, but
Damn it, Eric.
oh no.
Yeah, Eric, even tighter in the woods. I didn't know he was going to have to stretch out that much for the shot. I thought he could stand up.
That's a makeable shot for the kid, though.
Yeah.
He's good at that shot.
And speaking of makeable shots, Calvin Heimburg, folks, that is going to be a tap-in birdie with his Firebird approach.
When you throw it that far, it makes this hole so much easier. That approach just kind of funnels in there. And you also have these little guardian trees kind of blocking you. So the farther you're back in the fairway, the more you're going to have to put on it, and then you bring those into play.
Pretty dope.
Oh
that-
my gosh.
I was going to say, is this another one over the
What?
top?
Was that a grenade from there? What is he doing?
Yeah, boy.
Chris,
Oh.
showing more emotion for that jump putt than he did his ace. was still crazy. I can't believe he just went straight to his back like he was mad at his bag.
Scramble, bud.
Look at this. Still bogey free for Kevin.
Go, baby. Good bird,
At
baby.
least 4 legitimate scrambles thus far this round, and then a slew of other amazing shots to boot. On to 16, Paul.
Par 5, 969 feet. Out of bounds left, out of bounds right. Then you have the creek, of course, the course designer's favorite thing to put everywhere is right in front of the basket. You'll have a 40-footer short. A lot of people are going to go driver hyzer and then something that's going super fast to crash into the trees and hopefully get a look from about circle 2 usually for the eagle.
Chris keeping this thing down the middle, but this is drifting left. I don't think he's going to like that.
Oh, good.
Oh, just short enough that put the brakes on, and that takes the eagle out of play, I think, for Chris. That's just not quite enough distance off the tee. Calvin, he's going to put enough distance on the tee. This is looking great. Yeah, that's what you want. One of the things I got to tip my hat off, or whatever the expression is, take my hat off to the people that worked on the course, because they mowed a nice little strip around that landing zone where that high grass had been in the past, because it just ended up being a place where everyone was looking for their disc. If they went OB, that high grass was immediately off the fairway, and now you have a little bit of room to throw it out of bounds, but not have to take your time to find the disc.
What a shot. This is fantastic.
Yep. Nice aggressive play, keeping it in the middle the whole way.
And he's still 15 feet behind Calvin, who did kind of like a short little hyzer.
Oh, look at this. Chris has got to throw from that high grass so close to the OB line. This is a scary place to be. Chris is just throwing this perfect.
Go.
Yes,
go.
it needs to get down.
Shot, dude.
Yeah.
Oh. And that's the problem with not getting a lot of distance off the tee, is that out of bounds.
Yeah, that hyzer plays longer than it looks.
Correct.
I had that same. The only reason I said that is because I had that same thing happen to me in our practice round, to where I thought I threw
Looked great.
Yeah, and then
just a bit short.
super short. There is out of bounds left as well, which I believe is a new addition, and it's a weird line. It like squares off in the corner. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, even if you get past where.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay. Look at that flip up all the way, and Kevin's got eagle look.
Yeah. But if you drift too far left, there's a OB line that goes all the way down the left side. That's prime.
Yeah, boy.
Couple circle 2 looks. Chris is going to have to go all the way back. And he takes his relief even farther back of the OB line so he can throw this putter turnover.
And we saw Macbeth's beautiful shot with the buzz last year. Chris trying to duplicate that, and I think that was a fortunate hit. That could have potentially gone in the creek for another out of bounds stroke. Instead, he's got a short circle 2 putt for the par. Why not? Look at that. That's another putt, Jump Jones.
When his jump putt is on, is there anybody better? We say that about a lot of people, but
he just is always in the mix. When he's making his putts, you might be more impressed by other people's shots, but he's getting the same score.
Yeah,
yes, Calvin with the eagle. Awesome putting. Sooner or later, Calvin's going to put his name in the hat. And he's, with that bogey, put him down to 3 under par, and that's not where you want to be through 14 holes. But now, just like that, snap your fingers, and he's back to 6 under, which is very respectable here at Idlewild.
Absolutely.
Eric continuing into battle. He is at 5 down, and that bogey will take Chris to 6 under. Still great scores, but look at Kevin Jones at 11 under par right now. Insane stuff. Moving on to the shortened and sweetened hole 17. No longer do we have a 400 shot through the snaky woods. We've got 287 feet to about the smallest green you're going to see on tour. OB in the creek all the way. How do you get near the green without trying to attack that little tiny posted stamp? We'll see what these guys do. Looks like Calvin's going straight at it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Vinny.
On a string, man. And then off the bridge, like
I don't know if we'll see another shot on the green all weekend.
maybe this one.
Maybe this one. No.
Oh, the bones.
Oh my gosh. And Kevin's going to have to do something remarkable to keep that bogey free streak alive.
That's drifting too much. Just got to find the ground.
Yeah, there's one on the green.
Oh, come on. That doesn't count.
Find a tree. Let's go. All right.
Oh my gosh. The course giveth and it taketh. That time it giveth right back to Eric. That is a park job.
And I think Dickerson's playing it to this side of
yeah.
the green and then just making that putt.
I think that's the play. I think
Giving himself that putt, pardon me.
yes, correct. I think I'm surprised to see Calvin going straight at it. I think even Eric, what a run. That looked so good. I mean, the guy's putt is feeling so good right now.
Spicy.
Yeah, boy.
Oh my gosh.
Sick.
Fuck, Chris.
Sick.
It's the same putt he had on the hole before, so just a little correction, extend a bit more, and
He's got a little bit of accordion score going on with the back nine right now. Has not managed to repeat any numbers on back-to-back holes. It's good if you're getting a lot of those birdies. You just don't want to have a par bogey accordion.
Yeah, boy.
3 birds on this hole.
It's
Dang.
pretty insane.
This course confuses me. One of the reasons why it confuses me is hole 18's probably the hardest hole on the course.
It is.
Par 4, 650 feet, dead straight to get out of this tunnel. Green guarded by 2 big old trees right there that you got to go under or around somehow. But the course confuses me because it seems like the most scoreable course I've ever played in my life. The shortest par 4s ever created. And yet the course record is 12 under par. And it seems like every other hole's eagleable.
12 under?
I think
That's
so.
incredible. Someone shot 12 under. That's amazing.
I know, but do you get what I mean?
No,
Like there's 5
I'm with you.
eagleable
I'm
holes.
with you, for sure.
Like these guys are just getting eagles and birdies and making jump putts. And then it's like,
Yeah.
isn't Kevin 17 under? Look at this drive by Eric. Just perfectly piped right down the middle.
Right.
If he goes birdie, 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 finish, that's insanity.
Yeah, that'd be a nice little turkey to finish with.
Like butter, baby.
And he's out there. And, you know, Kevin's gotten a lot of credit for being the biggest cheerleader on the card, but we've got Eric out here, too, who's going for that title. Kevin.
Help
That
me.
is, oh, it's even worse. It kicked even more into the right. And that is going to jeopardize that 10 under score. He's going to have to pitch out sideways, I think. Yeah, that's all he's got. And I don't like that. I think he's gone too far.
He did go too far, but he does have a good sidearm. I've seen him do it before.
Flex.
That's a really good
Human
sidearm.
chopper. That's all he wants.
I didn't know that was
Go, boy.
the case.
Okay. That's really, really good.
Like I said,
really good.
go to that side and you have a sidearm. That's ridiculous. Is what that is.
That was really good.
He's gonna be probably closer than Eric's shot here. No, this is prime time.
Wow, Eric Oakley, wonderfully played hole so far.
Shot,
Just
Chris.
making that gap, just
Go.
looking huge. It's
point.
not. It's just not, guys. It's
boy.
in girls.
But
and
he's gonna
animals.
be
Everyone-
incredibly frustrated with this putt. Low ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're right. That is not a big gap.
It's just a little too low. This grass is not forgiving. It will not allow your disc to run. Calvin up first. Very, very low ceiling. But there's that nice little bowl effect in the backside, so you can give it as much power as you really need to through that low ceiling. Chris make this one and finish off a great round. He does not, but still 7 under, very respectable.
He's in the mix for sure, without a doubt.
Kevin, is he going to pick off another save, par save? He is.
Nice
And what
save,
a
dude.
round. I mean, we saw
a
everything,
save, dude.
everything
Hell yeah,
from
buddy.
this dude. We saw, obviously, grenades, backhands, forehands. I'm sure we saw a roller at some point from him.
Crazy jumpers over stuff.
Crazy jumpers over stuff. Crazy jumpers over creeks. I mean, that was impressive stuff.
Crazy sidearm approaches.
Never a dull moment with Kevin Jones. Eric Oakley, what a finish. The turkey to get to 7 under par. I mean,
Great featured card.
really was. This is some great scores as Calvin finished at 7 under. He was out of the mix just a few holes ago. 7 under par keeps him squarely in the mix. I mean, that is some good stuff. Scores are right about what we thought they'd be. Somewhere in that range at 8 to 10 under par is kind of what you're looking to do to keep yourself in the mix. Ricky Wysocki, Kevin Jones, and Kyle Klein. Paul Macbeth on the lead card tomorrow. I mean, aside from Eagle McMahon and somebody may argue Calvin Heimburg, that's the 4 hottest players on tour right now, and we're going to see them tomorrow, round 2 at Idlewild Open. It's going to be great.
Kyle Klein.
Yes, fire emoji next to his name for many reasons. Dude is ripping and shredding. Thanks to the Founders Club. We love you, and you love us. That's why you're coming back tomorrow.